universe behaves. A colossal object blazed in from deep space with a tail stretching across the sky 5 times the width of a full moon. It was so enormous that even amateur astronomers with backyard telescopes could see it. Within hours, it was confirmed this was no ordinary comet. It was larger, brighter, and far stranger than anything ever recorded. Officially catalogued as *C 2025 R2*, it quickly became known simply as Swan. But what truly froze scientists in disbelief was the timing. Because another object, the already infamous Atlas, was also inbound, racing toward the Sun from the exact opposite direction of the sky. Both were predicted to reach perihelion within the same 10-day window. Both would disappear behind solar glare during their most critical moment. And both were displaying anomalies that defied natural explanation. The odds of such a cosmic double arrival were so small that some scientists stopped calling it coincidence and began whispering a different word. Mission. If one interstellar visitor was strange enough, the arrival of a second targeting the same solar corridor felt unsettling. Maybe we weren't watching accidents of astronomy. Maybe we were watching an operation. As data poured in, what stood out about Swan wasn't only its size, it was its behavior. Unlike ordinary comets that scatter light in predictable ways, Swan's reflective properties hinted at metallic signatures, nickel and cobalt, materials associated with engineered alloys. Some researchers quietly nicknamed it the Fortress. Because while normal comets fragment under solar stress, Swan appeared shielded. Armored. Its brightness remained strangely stable. Its enormous tail didn't behave like chaotic vapor. It pulsed with subtle rhythmic changes, almost like micro-thrust corrections. Imagine a skyscraper-sized tank drifting through space, cloaked in a shimmering halo that might not be gas at all, but an electromagnetic shield resisting solar wind. That was the image scientists struggled to process. But its counterpart was even stranger. While Swan looked like a fortress, Atlas behaved almost like a drone, agile, erratic, displaying bursts of acceleration and tail color shifts no known comet physics could fully explain. Together, they didn't resemble random visitors. They looked like pieces of a system. When astronomers plotted their arrival vectors, the mystery deepened. Swan approached from Aquarius. Atlas from Sagittarius. Origins separated by a quarter of the sky, yet somehow both entered the inner solar system at nearly the same solar distance. Their closest approaches were separated by only days. Statistically? Almost impossible. Then came the blackout. From October 8 through the 18th, solar glare would blind telescopes. Their closest approach to the Sun, and possibly each other, would happen precisely when Earth couldn't watch. To many, it felt less like coincidence and more like coordination. Then the energy data raised alarms. Atlas showed bursts of acceleration resembling thruster maneuvers requiring absurd amounts of energy. But Swan was worse. Its implied energy output reached levels no natural comet should sustain. Its halo, rhythmic pulses, and metallic reflectivity all pointed toward something scientists hesitated to say aloud: control. Engineered propulsion. Then came the most disturbing possibility. Its pulses weren't random. They were regular. Patterned. Signal-like. Some researchers stopped calling Swan a fortress and began calling it a beacon. If Atlas was the drone, Swan might be the mothership, a colossal structure surviving millennia in interstellar darkness, arriving not by accident but by cycle. Its orbital period, over 22,000 years, suggested it may have passed Earth before, possibly during the last ice age. Could ancient myths be distant memories of this return? Then something even stranger happened. Silence. Data releases slowed. High-resolution imaging stopped. Radar tracking updates faded. Officially, solar conjunction downtime, routine. But independent trackers noticed something disturbing. The trajectories of Swan and Atlas appeared aligned, as if approaching a rendezvous point. Some suggested a refueling event, the Sun as an energy node. Others imagined an exchange. Atlas delivering data. Swan transmitting it farther into the galaxy. But the most unsettling theory was this: the rendezvous wasn't between them. It was with us. Because why now? Why at the moment humanity finally has instruments advanced enough to notice? Then new data deepened the mystery. Swan wasn't just reflecting sunlight. It was emitting structured radiation in unusual frequencies. Pulsed. Precise. Almost coded. One detector even experienced temporary blindness. Some whispered a word never used in comet research before. Asterisk jamming. Then amateur trackers reported an energy burst from Swan, not toward Earth, but toward the Moon. Structured. Layered. Almost like executable code. Soon after, Earth itself began showing anomalies. Magnetometers detected matching pulses. Seismic instruments recorded unexplained low-frequency vibrations. Animal migration patterns shifted as